Hello everyone. It's that time of semester again when major assessments are due, exams are looming and stress is rising. You probably don't feel like you've got time for any extra reading, so I've done it for you. Bullshit Jobs by David Graeber. It's fascinating. Graeber argues that many of the jobs in our society, including ones that are highly paid and have high status, are actually bullshit, if you'll pardon the term. People sit at desks all day, making pie charts, sending memos, or designing PowerPoint presentations. But they don't make anything, change anything, or contribute anything. They're looking busy, doing work for the sake of work. Sounds pretty depressing, doesn't it? Luckily, most engineering jobs don't fall into that category. You get to solve real problems, build useful things, and actually make a difference. Then why am I telling you this? Because I think David Graeber's critique of bullshit jobs applies equally well to some university assessment tasks. You know the ones I mean. Tasks where you feel like you're jumping through meaningless hoops, where it's all about parroting facts rather than applying knowledge. So as you approach Assessment 4 and work on developing an assessment task yourself, how can you make sure you're not coming up with another pile of you-know-what? Aim for authentic assessment. That's the term used in education circles. Authentic assessment describes the principle of using creative learning experiences to test students' skills and knowledge in real-world problem-solving situations. Authentic assessment has 4 key ideas. Realism. Authentic assessment measures students' success in a way that's relevant to the skills required of them in their chosen field. It uses lifelike scenarios or professional case studies. Creativity. Authentic tasks require students to be creative, whether that's by providing them with different options to address the task or through giving them scope to be imaginative or inventive. Demonstrability. In authentic assessments, students don't just tell, they show. Students are challenged to make, draw, or perform something that puts their knowledge into practice. Process focus. Instead of just getting a mark at the end, authentic assessment incorporates opportunities for formative feedback, for prototyping and testing, or for the student to reflect on or refine their process. Add all that to the specific requirements you've been briefed on for Assessment 4, and it's a lot to think about. But if you're able to make your task authentic, then you're likely to come up with something more meaningful and motivating for your hypothetical students, which makes for a better outcome all round. So how do you construct an assessment task? Start by asking yourself 3 questions. What do you want the students to learn? These are the learning outcomes. What tasks or activities will best enable the students to demonstrate what they've learned? And how will you measure how well the students have used these tasks to demonstrate their learning? This is your assessment criteria. Next, do some brainstorming to come up with as many answers as you can to these 3 questions. Not just 2 or 3 answers per question. Aim for 15 or 20. If you're stuck, you can look back at some of our earlier videos on ideation and getting past your first idea. Then take some index cards and write 1 answer per card. Use different colours for the answers to each question and put them in 3 separate piles. Then randomly take 1 card from each stack to generate an almost endless supply of new ideas. You could do something similar with a morphological chart. We looked at these in a previous video. Across the top of the table, write learning, tasks, and measurement, and fill in the blanks from your brainstorming. Then mix and match to form new combinations. In the notes with this video, I've put some links to more information about bullshit jobs and authentic assessment, as well as some questions for discussion and reflection to get you started. Stay authentic and watch how you go.